I'm waiting.
Hail the Emperor!
It's good to see you, Emperor. Good news, Your Majesty. I also have good news. The Cyrodiil legions are retreating to Bruma, linked up just north of the Imperial City, and have attacked the besieging Aldemari army at Bruma. The siege is over, Your Majesty. The Aldemari Dominion troops surrounding Bruma are in full retreat. It appears information about the poor state of the Cyrodiil Legion was planted by the Cyrodiil Legion officers themselves. And the Aldemari Dominion believed every word of it, totally underestimating the Cyrodiil Legion's strength, numbers, and morale. Indeed, Your Majesty. The siege at Bruma ended far sooner than expected, but the battle for Skyrim has only just begun. Yes, I just received a report from one of my knights that the Aldemari army has taken up residence in Pazulta, led by a commander, archmage, and an officer. So those are your targets, same as before. Yes, General Lightheart has started her march on the Imperial City. I believe you met her, didn't you, Your Majesty? She is taking 6 legions to surround the Imperial City. The plan is to wipe out all the Aldemari Dominion troops inside the city. We will not be taking any prisoners, nor will we be letting any escape. We are learning from the Aldemari Dominion mistakes. Dead men cannot rally and return to fight another day. Plus, we happen to know the Imperial City is home to the largest Aldemari Dominion force in Cyrodiil. By forcing our entire might on the Imperial City, we can defeat them. Then, we will outnumber the Aldemari Dominion in Cyrodiil. Anyway, I should not keep you from your task, Your Majesty. Hopefully, I will know more when you return.
It is good to see you again, Your Majesty. Need something?
Hail the Emperor!
It's good to see you, Emperor. Your actions are weakening the Aldemari Dominion's grip on Skyrim and allowing us to send more men south to Cyrodiil. Yes, Your Majesty. The Aldemari Dominion sallied out to engage General Lightheart's forces at Fort Nickel. General Lightheart faced them down with 5 of her 6 legions. The last legion was sent across Lake Rumar, north of the Imperial City. They sneaked into the city via the sewers, liberating the Imperial City before the Battle of Fort Nickel even begun. The Aldemari Dominion forces did not know anything was wrong until the city gate slammed shut behind them. General Lightheart's attack pushed them back into Lake Rumar. Those who did not die by the sword drowned. General Lightheart's casualties were light, and very little damage was done to the Imperial City, since it was mostly empty of enemy forces. The Aldemari Dominion forces occupying the Imperial City was destroyed to the last man. General Lightheart achieved a major victory against the Dominion, Your Majesty. The Imperial Navy engaged the Aldemari Navy in Topol Bay. The Elves are highly skilled sailors. We took heavy casualties. I do not believe our Navy can beat them in a fair fight. After all, they are an island, and sailing is a vital skill to them, but not to us. Fortunately, fog ended the battle before we lost the entire fleet. Some reported fine weather beforehand, so the fog is a bit of a mystery. Spellcraft would explain it. The Admiral has ordered the Navy to stay closer to land. He hopes the land-based fortifications will add to his own firepower and tilt the balance in his favor next time he engages the Dominion's Navy.
Hail the Emperor!
Greetings, Emperor. Your Majesty, as you know, the Penitus Oculatus served the Emperor directly. Since you became Emperor, we have served you. With the Legion in the capable hands of your generals, Your Majesty, it is time you put your agents to work. I have summoned your head agents back to Skyrim, so you may issue them new orders, Your Majesty. They will address you as Agent 0. You should address them as Agent 1, Agent 2 and Agent 3. Agent 1 is in the Candlehearth at Windhelm. Agent 2 is in the Warrens at Markarth. And Agent 3 is in the Four Shields Tavern at Dragonbridge. Simply listen to their reports and give them new orders, Your Majesty. These are your agents. They answer directly to you. Greetings, Emperor.
Outward. It is good to see you again, Your Majesty. Need something?
Greetings, Emperor. I see. Mostly routine, but this Hammerfell report is good news, Your Majesty. I'll inform General Lightheart that Coral has just become a priority target for us. They will follow your orders, Your Majesty. It will make little difference to us here in Skyrim, but the legions in Cyrodiil should benefit from the orders you issued. Yes, Your Majesty. The Imperial Navy is lacking a home port to make repairs at. So temporary harbours have been established near forts still under the control of our encircled legions in Cyrodiil. It is risky, but General Lightheart is attempting to break through the Aldemir lines and resupply the legions still in enemy-held territory. I am convinced Councillor Lohan is working for the Thalmor and has been passing them information about the royal court. There have been leaks, little things only the Councillor was privy to, some of it planted by me to see if it reached Thalmor hands. It did. My agents confirmed it. What concerns me is Councillor Lohan knows Coral has just become a critically important strategic target for us. Right now he's in Markarth waiting to be contacted by a Thalmor agent. We have to arrange for the Councillor to have a little accident, or to be the victim of a random act of violence. He knows too much and his loyalty is questionable. We cannot risk him escaping or talking to others about our plans. Nor can we afford to tip off the Thalmor that he has vital information by arresting him. We have to kill him and make it look like it was either an accident or some random act of violence. Yes, Your Majesty. Councillor Lohan is somewhere in Markarth, waiting to meet his Thalmor contact. Simply find him and kill him. Some sort of accident would be preferred, but a slit throat works just as well. Yes, Your Majesty. Do not get caught doing it. If word gets out that the Emperor killed the Councillor, things will turn bad very quickly. You must appear to be just a random thug to fool the Thalmor, and ensure the rest of the Elder Council never suspect a thing. After all, you'll be killing one of their own. They will not like that. They will want a trial, and we cannot afford a trial right now. Good luck, Your Majesty.
You were looking well today, Emperor.
Something? Speak quickly.
I'm sorry, I just flinched.
Beware the region northeast across the river. Force One have taken refuge in Broken Tower Redoubt and Red Eagle Redoubt.
The Aldemir Navy defeated the Imperial Navy at Top of the Plain. They say fog allowed our warships to escape the defeat.
Yes? Well, hello.
Need something?
May I be of assistance, Your Majesty? May I be of assistance, Your Majesty?
Greetings, Emperor. That is good news, Your Majesty. Just in case you failed, I had General Lightheart bring the attack on Coral forward. She has the city under siege, and it is expected to fall soon. I think we've dealt with all the traitors in our midst now, especially amongst the Elder Council. But just in case, I've increased security at the Royal Court. Yes, the Divine Crusader tells me his men have identified the final 3 hideouts the Aldemir Dominion are using in Skyrim. He will have plans for assaulting all 3 ready soon.
Hail the Emperor!
It is good to see you again, Your Majesty.
Hail the Emperor!
It's good to see you, Emperor. I believe we have found the 3 final Aldmeri Dominion bases in Skyrim. If we kill the command staff at these 3 bases, Skyrim will be secure. The first base is called Ikrushti. Once again, you have to find the commander, officer, and archmage, and kill them. I believe some of the survivors of your past battles made it back to these bases, so they may be expecting you. General Lightheart sent a couple of legions to break through Aldmeri lines a little while ago. They succeeded and have resupplied the encircled legions and are now marching on the cities in the Niben. They are meeting heavy resistance but are making progress. That is all, Emperor. Good luck. It's good to see you, Emperor.
It is good to see you again.
It's good to see you, Emperor. Well done, Your Majesty. General Lightheart has taken Coral earlier today. She is now turning her attention to Anvil. The Aldmeri forces in Colovia are regrouping at Anvil for a final stand. It's going to be bloody, Your Majesty. The second Aldmeri base we found is Buntras, another Dwemer ruin taken over by the Aldmeri Dominion. I suspect they used the Talus Worshipper excuse to do a little exploring and scout out good places for hidden bases. It may have been their plan all along. Yes, Your Majesty. 1 commander, 1 officer, and 1 archmage. This should be a routine for you by now. General Lightheart has besieged Anvil, Your Majesty, and our forces in the Niben have surrounded Shadenhall and are preparing to attack. The Imperial Navy is helping General Lightheart at Anvil, preventing supplies from arriving by sea. That is all for now, Your Majesty. I should have an update for you later.